final week. How are you feeling?
I'm really excited. I'm ready to go, and I know a few of the other girls are as well. Like you said, grand final week. It's one of the biggest weeks in the season, so we're ready, we're set, and we're going to play well.
And how have the preparations gone so far?
Well, it's gone really well. Having a week in between the semi-final and the final was a bit of a change, but it's nothing we can't handle. It's actually given us a bit of an advantage personally to be able to make sure we've got everything right before the game and we're going to be set.
You've been here before. It's been a while ago though, since that last grand final. What are your memories from that game?
Being behind in the first half and coming back, I think that's something we need to keep remembering, that even if you're behind, you can still get back from it, and I think we've proved that quite a few times, so hopefully we won't have to leave that ourselves to do that much at the weekend, and we'll just do it from the start.
That's it. Will that experience stand you in good stead, do you think?
I think massively, especially with it being on such a big ground, a record audience, and I think we've got that experience, Saints haven't necessarily, so hopefully it'll go in our favour.
And you're an older head in some ways. There were some girls who were playing in their first grand final. Were you there to help them on and give them advice?
Yeah, luckily at Leeds we have a big academy system, and most of our girls have come through there, and like you said, some might be unexperienced in these type of conditions, and I know a lot of the girls will just get around them and make sure the job's done and make sure we don't focus too much on whether the TV are there or the crowds, and just focus on our own individual games. And I've got no doubt that they'll do that very well, because this season they've stepped up and they've done the job right and they've earned the shirt that they've got.
And you're here at Old Trafford, but we won't be at Old Trafford on Sunday.
No.
We'll be at Emerald Headingley.
Even
much are you
better.
looking forward to playing it?
Absolutely ecstatic. I think to play at our home ground at Leeds Rhinos, I think is going to be a massive occasion. We're going to have so many supporters. I walk through Leeds and some people say to me, "Oh, good luck at the weekend." And I think the fact that it's even getting to the point where you recognise walking about, just saying about the game, I think is massive, and I think the women's game can only get bigger, and especially with the grand final being in our own city, you can't fault it.
But you're here as part of the media day for all the grand finals. You're here with the men as well for the first time. That just shows you how much the game's grown, hasn't it?
Massively. It's our third year in the Women's Super League, and we've already got to this point where having media day with the men. I'm on the pitch, having multiple interviews and helping the women get to the point, and I think, like I said, it just keeps progressing and we keep getting to the best points we can be, and eventually we hopefully will be here to be the double header with the men.
Anyone who's thinking of debating whether or not to come on Sunday, what would you say to them?
Do it. It will definitely be a great advertisement for not just women's rugby league but for rugby league. We've always had that rivalry and it's always been a good game. If you look at the amount of England players in both sides, you won't be disappointed. It will be a fantastic game.
Caitlin, most people who play for Leeds Rhinos also have a full-time job. Just for people who don't understand that, can you explain what you do and how that combines with your rugby?
Well, I work in a paint factory. It's called PPG, and like you said, we work full-time. So I do shift work, so I'll work 10 to 6 in the morning while 2 o'clock, and 2 while 8:30. So it's a full-time job. Luckily, I'm very privileged to have them allow me to work around my rugby. And if you look at Courtney today, she's in London with work and she's coming over tonight to do the team run. And it's very full on for the girls. Straight after training, straight after work, I know a lot of them go home, have something to eat and fly to training. And it's the commitment to say it's for our teammates. No amount of money or no other team can put a price on what we have. It's a family. I've been playing in that team for 3 years now, and they're probably the best mates I have, and you can't fault it. They're there for you every 2 minutes on the pitch. They've got you back. If you blow in, they'll help you. They'll take one more carry just for you. And we've always had that. We've always had that atmosphere, and I think that's where a lot of teams struggle. That if we're in panic, we help each other instead of arguing, and I think that's the type of team you want to be involved in, and that's why we do it. We want to turn up for each other, and it's not for ourselves. Sometimes I might finish work and think, I cannot be bothered, but as soon as I get to training, that's when I want to work hard, because I know everybody else has been in the same boat as me. Everyone else has just finished a long shift and they just want to play some rugby with their mates.
And your birthday on Monday, hoping for Good birthday, early birthday present.
Yeah. Like you said, Monday on birthday. No longer a teenager, so that should be fun. And like 2019 grand final, it was on my birthday, and that was the best present I could have received. So if we can replicate it again this year, we can't fault it. It'd be brilliant.